for this before I see I'm just so excited to get on this call. Okay. So we are now officially recording, ladies and gentlemen. So we are changing the way in terms of we work with our partners, because in years past, meaning the partner development team, because we were used to be called the coach development team. Now we are the partner development team. We used to work with specific ranks and or geography. Okay. So no longer are we doing that starting this year. We're trying something new. Okay. And here's what that means to you is we are working with different organizations and their teams, their star diamonds, all the way down to their diamonds. So that is something new that we've never done before. So for example, and this is the beauty of all of you, is all of you represent various teams. Hi, Kelly. All of you represent various teams throughout the entire US and Canada, right? We've got Steph here from Canada. Oh, here we go. Okay. And because all of you represent, we're going to be able to share some really great best practices amongst one another. Okay. And know that now you have a corporate mentor, and I am officially your corporate mentor. So, right? I mean, so this is a big deal because we've never had this level and this additional layer of support for all of you from a corporate perspective. Like we've never had that before. Right? It was always, you have to get to 1 star, and really the real support came in from 2 stars and above. Well, the beauty of it is, guess what? Is now you get me, which is amazing. And it's amazing for me that I get all of you, because at the end of the day, I want all of you to know that the intent for this group here is to hold each other accountable. Okay. It's to hold each other accountable. And I just want to say, number one, congratulations to all of you for having an amazing January. And it's now, how do we keep that momentum from January, the success that you all had from January? How do we keep that momentum and drive that momentum into February and beyond? Nervous laughter. Listen, don't be nervous. It's all good. But how do we do that? And we're going to share those best practices. And this is going to be an avenue to where, the goal is to kick you out of this group. That's the goal. The goal is to kick you out of this group, and you need to be okay with that. The goal is not to keep you here for an entire year. That is not the goal. The goal is to progress you and your team into bigger and better things. There's a reason why you're on the call today, right? Number one is your performance. Number two is because you're worth it and you deserve everything that you want. And I always say this, you can have what you want, you just can't have it all at the same time. Okay, so you need to be patient with this. Now, with that being said, before we get started, here's what I want to do, because we just have a small group of you right now. But again, I will have to do another call for those of you that just joined. I took all of you that's in this group right now. It could be a much larger group, but with that being said, it's not because I pulled a preliminary report. I actually got the entire month of January. Those that hit SC10 in the month of January, there were 160 of you in the organizations that I work for, or work with, I should say. Now, I didn't have all those because I pulled a preliminary report. That's why there's just a small number of you right now. There were only 30 of you that had hit SC10 by the time I sent out the invite. So our analytics is always delayed a little bit. So, so I've got to send it out, and I will do another call for the other ones that hit SC10, just so you know. Okay. Before we get started, here's what I want you all to do. So there's only 12 of you that are on the call. I want you in the chat to do 3 things. I want you to type in, number one, how long have you been a partner with Body? Because I want everyone to kind of see just the tenure, okay? Number 2, where did you end up in terms of, just out of curiosity, in terms of SC for the entire month of January? And number 3, what is your goal? And what is your date? By when? Okay, so how long have you been a partner? Success Club numbers for the month of January, and then your goal date by. since March. Oh my gosh. 6 years. Partner since 2017, 3 years. 2018, 7 years. Oh, I like it. Okay. 2022 since March. SC20. Look at these numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, look at these numbers. Steph, Sherry, SC14, goal. Okay, so let's get to goals. Okay, I love all the numbers. Let's get to goals. So Tracy, 4 years, 14, 2-star, 7 years. Okay. 2-star by Q2. Look at Sherry. Look at you go. Okay, first goal is to get your diamond back and find 2 working partners by the end of first quarter. 12 years partner. Stacy, which one's Stacy? Stacy, are you with? Oh, it's there, Stacy. Okay. Sabrina. Okay, James, Sabrina. James, Sabrina. It's all good. Okay, so 2-star by June, 1-star by the end of March. Okay. So do you realize, oh, here comes Stacy. Stacy's like, okay, I'm here. Okay. So a lot of you have a lot of experience, right? You have a lot of experience doing this. Let me ask all of you. Well, let me backtrack. Okay, so here's what I want to do today. All right. Oh, hold on. We still have some messages coming through in the chat. Hold on. But didn't realize my camera was off. You're fine. It's funny, Stacy, that you say that. So I did a team call the other night. I was totally calling all the people out that were not showing their faces. So thank all of you for showing your faces. Shaylee, is it Shaylee? I don't see your face, but that's okay.
Yes, I was getting ready for work. You don't want to see what's going on over here. Lots of clothes coming on and off.
Oh God, no. Listen, we're good. We are good. Okay, so here's what I wanted to share with all of you, because this is relatively new for us. All right. This having this call. I wanted to share with you, and I sent all of you the 10-step checklist, right? Do you have that? And I know it doesn't, did it print out okay? Love this, very specific. Okay, great. Beautiful. Okay, so I want to give some context behind the 10-step. Rachel, you're on Erin's team, yes? Okay, so Erin, you are one lucky girl, because you are one of the few that probably know a little and have a little insight as to the 10-step checklist. So for those of you, let me just bring some context into the 10-step checklist. And then I'm going to go over where it lies in the back in the Body Partners app and all of that. I'm going to share my screen with all of you so that you can see it. All right, so back in October of last year, the PAB, which is the partner, used to be the CAB, the Partner Advisory Board, got together and they're like, okay, time out. The company feels like it's going in all these different directions, and there's not really some unison, and it doesn't feel very aligned and cohesive, meaning the different directions that kind of we were going. And so the PAB got together in essence and basically said, hey, you know what? We need to create a framework, a structure in terms of, and for all of you, here's what you need to know. This isn't necessarily for you, because you know this, right? This is not new, you know this, but what they did is they compiled this 10-step checklist, and Erin Hopkins is actually she's going to be previewing this at NLC in a few short weeks, in 2 weeks. So you all, like it or not, you're the guinea pig of this 10-step checklist. But this is something that all of our top leaders, and I will say it was a combination between Trina, Holly, Erin, and Melanie Mitro. Those 4 leaders established and they created this 10-step checklist. So this is not a corporate-led checklist. This is actually from, feet on the street, from your top leaders saying, this is what's bringing them, and not just them, but their team's success, is that 10-step checklist. So Rachel, listen, I know you're on Erin's team. You had an opportunity to review it. Your initial thoughts real quick about this.
Yeah, I was just thinking, hi, I'm Rachel, by the way. I'm obsessed with all this energy. I also want to connect with all of you outside of this call. Okay. I was just thinking about it too. One of the things that I really love is that it still forces me to pick my own plan. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I think a big conversation in our team right now as leaders is we all January was insane for our team. I think it was a lot for a lot of us, which is so cool. But now we're all well, we just used all of our 10 in play because now they're in our team. Like, what do we do? And right, like we're kind of, some people are in the middle of dig deeper and some people are resetting this or resetting that. And so I think that I always like, I need this part really badly because it reminds me that people are joining me. If I'm bored with my invite, or if I'm bored with like, I'm in the middle of something, well, then so are all the people who are watching me. So if I don't have this part figured out, then like, if I don't have what I'm figured out, then I can't effectively help anybody else. So I really love that part of it. I think the also breaking it down, like the 10 in play is amazing. And I filled all that out. And then, but it's also breaking it down further that it got a little harder every time. I was like, oh, okay, now raving fans. Okay, wait, now they're going to upgrade. Okay, now I have to invite and then I have to duplicate. And so I think that it's, for me, it's a good forced challenge.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like 10 in play is like, okay, sure. But then what are you doing with that? And then what are you doing with that? And then what are you doing with that? So I don't know. I hope that was helpful, but that's kind of where my head is right now with it.
No, I think that's so good. So has anyone started to complete the 10 steps? So Rachel, thank you for sharing so much. I really appreciate that. Has anyone started to kind of complete the 10-step checklist? Like, give me a thumbs up. Yes? Okay, kind of, sort of. That's okay. Listen, there is no judgment here. I want you, like, the beautiful thing about me is like, I am very objective. This is not subjective. Like, at the end of the day, these are your goals. These are not my goals. These are your goals, right? And so thank you, I mean, for sharing. And I think what you just shared is really powerful because it explains not just like what you all are used to, which is the business activity tracker, the what. This is more, okay, the how, right? So that's what this checklist is. And I want to say this. So and I'm going to share my screen in just a moment. And I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. You're fine, Mandy. It's perfect. Listen, I'm just glad you're on the call. But there is a quote. You probably have read the book from James Clear, Atomic Habits. And what it is what? He says, we don't rise to the level of our goals because that's what we're here. We've got big goals. We fall to the level of our systems. And what this 10-step checklist does is it helps you create a system. And listen, here's what you need to hear. The first thing we focus on is a system. And yes, it starts with you, but at some point, this business becomes bigger than you. I'm going to repeat that again. At some point, this business becomes bigger than you, and you have to lead a team. You have to lead individuals. Okay. And what this system will allow you to do is it takes the guesswork out of it. That's what this does. So it's really important. Does it start with you? Absolutely. It starts with you starting to kind of figure out, I don't know if I like this checklist. Okay, let's try it. Let's commit to this for the next 90 days. That's what I would ask of you. And then what happens is you're starting to gain some traction. But the beauty of it is you need to start thinking, okay, this is how I'm going to lead my team because this system is duplicatable. Everything that we're going to talk about today is duplicatable. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to go spend hundreds of dollars on swag. No, that is not duplicatable. But what is this system? And so I'm going to share my screen with all of you. Who is everyone on the Body Partners app? Who is not? Who is not? Is there anyone that is not? Like, truly, just let me know. Okay, so you are all on the Body Partners app. Okay, so you have let's do this. You have your 10-step checklist. So you have that in front of you. Yes? Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you right now. And I am going to go to the Body Partners app. Can you all see my screen? Thumbs up. Okay, so over here on the left-hand side, mine might look different than yours. It's fine. Over here, you see a tab that says training. Have you all looked at this? Okay, I see a lot of head nods. Have you all gone through and watched the videos? No. Okay. Okay. And that's okay. That's okay. So some of you, yes, some of you, no. So here's what you need to do. And this is going to be your homework. And I am not one. And here's what you all need to know. you all have been in this business long enough. You don't need additional training. Like a lot of you don't need more training. You just need the accountability piece, right? I mean, at the end of the day. So, but it's really important that if you haven't done this yet, you click on, there is a training and then the 10-step body business plan. What we've done, if you look at your tracker, if you look at this, you can still see my screen, right? You can see where it says 10-step body checklist. Okay. Read what it says here. Each step has a video tutorial on the Body Partners app. Oh, can you see that on my screen? Mine says it stopped sharing, but you can still see it, right? Or no? Okay, cool. All right. So I'm not going to go through all of this, but basically if I click on, because there's 10 steps, all of the 10 steps are right here. These are the 10 steps that all of our top leaders are saying, this is what you do. And again, this is less for you, more for those that are going to join you and your team. So if I click on, okay, guess what? Step number 1. Yep, I got it. I know I need to pick my plan. So I go on here and there is I think it's like a 4-minute video in terms of, okay, so what do we do? Well, we already know we have to pick a fitness, your program, you got to pick your nutrition, etc. So there is a video for each of these corresponding 10 steps. That is going to be your homework for this next week. Okay. Because again, and here's why, because if you ask your team, you add somebody to your team, you need to know what they're going through and what they're watching. Does that make sense? So you can't direct them to the 10-step checklist if you don't even know what's in the 10-step checklist. And again, taking the onus and the focus off of you and putting it on, how am I going to train? How am I going to duplicate my team when I bring somebody onto my team? Because let's face it, a lot of us are hesitant to have people join our team because we are scared. What do we do? What do we do with them? Right? This is a great guiding tool, a great system that you would have. So pick your plan. You would watch this video. Step number 2, set the details. Again, pick a date, identify what offer, what TSP instead of.
So step 2 in
there we
our
go.
plan, you've picked what you want to work on your.
So that is step 2. Again, it's like you can see right here, it's a 5-minute video. So maybe what you do is you spend the next, like a day at a time, and you just go over in the next 10 days, 1 video at a time, like 1 per day. It's 5 minutes. That's like how my brain thinks. So I'm not thinking, oh my God, I got to spend 45 minutes. No, you just spend 5 minutes today and you go over pick your plan and you watch the video. Okay. The 10 and play, that is something that's still kind of relatively new for us. And I know, for example, Rachel, I know Erin does a 10-step for her 10 and play for her challenge group and a 10 and play for the business. And she talks about that, I think, on this 10 and play video. My intent for sharing this with all of you is, number 1, where to find it, right? Just so you know where it's located. And then secondly, directing you to say, okay, we need to watch these couple of videos. Okay, let me go back to, let me stop my share for just a moment. So do you have any questions at all, just as it pertains to that 10-step checklist? Do you all see it? So you're all on the Body Partners app. Do you all see it? Okay, perfect. Okay, great. And here's what I would say as well. So every Monday there's a superstar call, and I'm on that superstar call. And here's what you need to know is, well, you probably already do know this, but let me just reinforce this, that most people that join you, they lack the confidence at the very beginning, right? They lack the confidence. Can I do this? Can I trust this? Is it worth it? Like, those are some of the questions that some of them ask themselves before they even join you. And one of the things that Trina said, and everyone operates differently, and that's the beauty of this business. But Trina said, here's what I do with my new partners. She goes, I give them like the words, I tell them what to do before they can do it without you. So I don't just say, hey, go post, go do your, coming out post. No, no, no. She spoon feeds them. And she said, I spoon feed them. We assume they know what they're doing. Some people do not. Some people have zero sales experience. Yeah, right? So she spoon feeds them. And I share that with you because, again, you are guiding them. They enrolled or they are going to enroll with you for a reason. You need to guide them. And I always think about it like this. It's kind of like who's got kids? Just so I raise their hands. Okay, so mostly everybody. So it's kind of like you going out with your kid and, teaching them how to learn how to ride a bike. Right? It's not like you're going to, I don't even know, because I have a 19 and a 20-year-old, but it's not like are putting your little kiddo on a bike and just without training wheels and say, good luck, honey, go get them. That is sometimes what we do as leaders. And they're like, well, they didn't figure it out. They didn't want it. They didn't want it. Not true. So what we do when we start a new partner, number one, we have a system now, but number two is we are holding on to their waist with the training wheels on, and we do not let them go, or we do let them go with the training wheels on and we bring them back in, right? When they start to get, I don't know about this. This is, I don't know that I made the right decision, bring them back in. And that is your job as a leader to start to do that with them. Does that make sense? So it's the same thing with this. They are looking for guidance. They don't know. And so your job as their leader is, okay, so Sarah, if Sarah joins my team, Sarah, here's the next step. I want you to focus on, so if we go to, let me go back to the 10-step checklist. Sarah, for you, the first thing that you need to do is pick a plan. I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow or whatever, but it's being that and going to that level of detail with them on it. Okay. Really holding their hand along the way. And you may say, well, that's not me. And that's fine. But I will tell you that is what our leaders are doing from the very, very beginning right now, because times have changed. They need to be, I hate to say spoon-fed, but they do at least initially for the first 30 to 60 days until they gain some traction and until they gain a little bit of confidence coming from you. So here we go. Step one, you all have this. You've all seen a copy of this. What I'd like to do next, because you already have this, is I want you to start, if you've already started to complete this, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a Facebook group with all of you in it. All right. So let's talk kind of next steps. So now that we've kind of gone over the 10-step and the why behind what we're doing and all of this madness, and ultimately at the end of the day, our success is based on your success. But I'm going to create a Facebook group for all of you. All right. And then what we're going to do, and this is where I need your feedback. And because I told you, you're kind of guinea pigs. We've never done this to this level before. How often would you like to meet? And here's my initial thought, and you let me know. And listen, I'm not saying I have all the answers. That's why I'm asking you for feedback. Okay. So my initial thought is once a month, we do kind of a mastermind and we share what's working, right? What's working for you specific to recruiting or niching down or whatever. So once a month, have one core kind of opportunity for all of us to mastermind. And the additional weeks is turning in that tracker every Friday by end of day. What are your thoughts on that? Love that. Okay. No, and really, I mean, there's only 12 of you that are on the call right now. Do you like that? Is that because I know a lot of you work full time and trying to do this? Is that enough? I want to provide enough substance for all of you. The weekly accountability, Kelly. Okay, so hold on. Weekly accountability. I have to read it. With the tracker is a must to not get off track. Love it. The end of Saturday. Okay, so let's do that. Can we strategic plan when the mastermind? Yes. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. Once a month. So what if we did, this is what I was thinking, the next true mastermind. So what we'll do is starting, you have the tracker now. we are on Thursday. So here's what I want you to do. I don't want this to be perfect. Okay. We're just trying this. I want all of you, I think that's a great suggestion. Steph, that's a great suggestion. So I want all of you, to the best of your ability, is to complete that tracker by Saturday. That's this Saturday. Is that fair? It gives you 2 days. Again, I'm not looking for perfection here. Like, you've heard it, messy action is better than no action. I don't care. Just do something. All right. So I want you to fill out, to the best of your ability, the 10-step tracker. You're going to post it. Okay. You're going to post it in the Facebook group. Yes, you are completing the whole, great questions. I love it. Okay. So you're going to complete the whole 10-step again, to the best of your ability. You're going to submit it to the Facebook group by end of day Saturday. That is in 2 days. Moving forward, let's just keep it to Saturdays. Are you good with that? Let's just keep it to Saturdays. So that way we're consistent and we're not all over the board. So let's do that. You submit your tracker every single Saturday, the 10-step. And listen, your 10-step, especially like your 10 and play, those names should not be the same names that are on there each and every week, right? That 10 and play is not for, this is my follow-up. No, that's a different bucket. These are active conversations that you are currently having with your prospects. That's what the 10 and play is. And if you have any questions about the 10 and play, guess what? Guess where I'm going to direct you? If you're my new partner, I'm going to direct you to what? To the Body Partners app, the 10 and play, the 5-minute video. Again, what I'm doing, right? I'm teaching you so that you can, hey, you know what? You don't have to know it all, but you need to know where to direct them to. Okay. Because as you scale, as you grow your team, you're not going to be able to be everyone to, everything to everyone. So it's really important for you to say, here's where your resources are, and direct them accordingly. Okay. Got 5 minutes left. Okay. Oh my gosh. So good. So good. Okay. All right. So we'll do that. I'll create the Facebook. I'll have that done by end of day tomorrow. So just give me some time. I've got 9 calls today. So just give me some time and I will do that. Next call, here's what I have. I have on the calendar March 7th. So we'll do it monthly, right? March 7th, same time. Does that work for all of you? And if not, I'm recording this. I can always send out the recording and I will post it to the Facebook page as well. So mark on your calendar, if you would, March 7th, same time. So it'll be 11 a.m. Central, 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific, Canadian time. I have no idea. Steph, you're an outlier, girl. I don't know. I don't know what time that is, but you got it. It's
We're Eastern. We're Eastern.
Oh, you're Eastern. Okay, beautiful. Okay, that's easy. Okay. So let's.
I'm not Eastern. I'm in BC.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I love it. So let's do that. And then, let me think. Okay. Oh, we need a Facebook name. I need your girls' and guys. What do we want to call us? Some of you submitted a couple names, but what are some good names for this group? You are way more creative than I am. I got to tell you. Okay. Post it in the chat. Somebody. Ultimate Diamond Check-in. Ooh, ultimate. Okay. What else? That's good. Anything else? Some of you are typing. Shine bright like, ooh, we can even have the song from Rihanna. Shine bright like a diamond. You don't want me to sing. You don't want me to sing. Okay. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay. Ultimate diamond check-in. But remember, the goal is not to be diamond, right? Like, I want you to be thinking, what's next? So I like the diamond. I loved how the goal is for us to be not in this group. Yeah, that is the goal. I don't want you in this group. Like, you need to be kicked out. Rise and energize. Stephanie, I remember you sent me that earlier. Okay. Rise and energize. What else? I'm thinking like we got to get to that next level. That's where my head goes. You're like, Wendy, I'm not going to tell you any more names because you keep downplaying the names I just suggested. Let's freaking go, Mandy. Okay, something like push to Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Push to purpose. Kelly, who did that? I like that. Up level, something like that. Okay. Charge to grow. Ooh, see, it just took you a while. It just took you a while to think of a name. Okay, I like this. I like this because I like for the fact that, I mean, yeah, we're going to shine bright like a diamond, but we are not shining bright like a diamond for very long. We are moving, girls. Like we're moving. Okay, so this is great. So I will, like I said, I will create a Facebook page. I will add all of you into that Facebook page. Y'all are freaking the best. You all are the best. So here's what I want you to do. One takeaway as you go through and as you watch those videos. Okay. I want you to post on the Facebook page, and I will post this as well. I want you to post your one takeaway from the videos, one takeaway, and one thing that you need to work on. I'll write that in the chat. One takeaway, okay? And one thing you need to work at. And this is where, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we hold each other accountable. Okay? This is where we hold each other accountable. Can we take a picture and share it? Yes. Okay. I'm glad you asked. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Just kidding. Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. So next call will be March 7th. I will send everything in the Facebook group. Was this helpful? Okay. Okay. All right. All right, girls, listen, congratulations on an amazing January. Let's take a picture. Who's taking it? Rachel. Okay. Yeah. Rachel, y'all are taking it. Okay. We're going to take it. We're going to post it. Okay. Rachel, send this to me, please. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, girls, thank you so much for your time, and post your tracker end of day Saturday, and I will see all of you in a couple of weeks. All right. Mwah. Bye, girls.